Randy Orton, the WWE's apex predator.
Orton is just waiting to strike. He's coiled.
RKO!
I am going to make it my business to hit you with an RKO.
I grew up in a wrestling family. My father wrestled. My uncle wrestled as well, and so did my grandfather, and that makes me a third-generation wrestler. If I was 22, 23 years old, and I was on, national television, tens and tens of millions of people, all of a sudden knew who I was. It was crazy. I ended up being the youngest world champion in history at 24. I love everything that's going on right now. I'm on a movie set, for crying out loud. I'm doing an interview that's going to be an extra on a DVD. It really doesn't get any cooler than this. I remember when I read for the part of Ed Friel, I was very nervous.
What did you expect?
I really thought Randy had star potential, and I thought he could make the transition for the kind of performing that he does as our WWE superstars to film acting, which is a different medium, it's a different style.
As far as acting experience, I didn't really have any. Mike Pavone pulls me aside, he goes, Randy, don't move around, you're not playing to 20,000 people, this isn't the theater, it's not wrestling. Just sit there and just be human. That's what acting is, don't pretend, just be human. So I went at it again.
Now you listen to me. I'm not saying what my boy did was right. I whipped his ass real good for what he had done, but that is just it. He's a boy. You don't know no better.
Give that speech again and pull it all together. But see, your instincts are good because now you are starting to threaten. This is an escalation.
That little piece of advice, wow, maybe I can do this, I was thinking.
When this part came along, I thought it was something that I could plug Randy into and get him a great head start on an acting career because it was a very pivotal role. It was a difficult role. It wasn't in a lot of the movie, but it's a memorable role in the movie, and he's a memorable individual. Randy was really nervous this morning. He is really going into the major leagues and top Academy Award caliber actors in Ed Harris and Amy Madigan.
Good, Randy. Good.
My very first scene that I shot was with Amy Madigan, of all people.
This is his first film. Very dedicated to being professional and doing it correctly and very open to people's suggestions. I had the chance to meet him a day or two before and just talk with him.
She actually could tell that I was very nervous, I think, whether it was the beads of sweat or, the constant fidgeting.
I just talked to him and said, it's only film.
Just because he's won some awards doesn't mean that he's not some kind of pervert.
How you feel? Get one under your belt. Does it feel good?
Oh my God, yeah, but it's like...
You're not tense here, are you? I know, just let it go.
The more takes we do, the less nerve-wracking it is for me, and starting to get a little more comfortable in there, so that feels good. And she's a sweet lady, she really is. She called me dude. Hey dude, relax.
Dude! All right, man. That was cool, man.
I'm like, okay, she's cool, She walked me through the scene a few times. She started ad-libbing with me, trying to get me into character, get me more relaxed, kind of just get me forgetting about the cameramen and the grips and everything going on.
I'm sure that they are unfounded.
I doubt they're unfounded, man. Jason's a good boy. He has a little discipline problems here and there. I've worked a lot, so I'm gone from the house. His mother's been raising him.
He's quite natural.
He's good at ad-libbing, too, isn't he?
If this thing comes out the way that I'm hoping it does, I'll owe Amy Madigan a lot for getting me relaxed for that scene.
You're welcome.
She kind of pulled me aside and started talking wrestling with me.
Now, I'm older than him, but when my brother and I used to wrestle, our big one was we used to put the figure 4 grapevine on each other.
The figure 4? That's Ric Flair's deal. Yeah.
That's right.
I come from Chicago, a big city, and wrestling was a big deal. Back when it first started out, when it became, part of people's consciousness and it was televised.
See, I remember, growing up in Chicago, all the old-time wrestlers like Haystacks, Calhoun, Sweet Daddy, Seeky. They were like the first guys, like they were really coming up, and it was,
Sure.
So it's just fun for me to talk to him about that stuff. I think he was maybe surprised that I knew some of these guys from the past.
I made a few bad decisions in my life. One of them was getting a lot of tattoo work. I don't think in a million years that I'd end up on a movie set where tattoos weren't necessarily good. They actually hire people to cover the tattoos for them. I mean, it's unbelievable. There's that nasty ink right there, look at that. My mom made me get them, I swear. First day it took about 2 hours because they went up to the forearms with it. Bless that makeup artist's heart, her name's Fleur, and she's great. It's tedious, you know, just the way that she had to apply all the makeup and go over, powder it, apply it.
The red stuff kind of to bring life to it as if you have blood under your skin.
Next thing you know, boom, it looks like my own skin. Just looking down, I was like, man, this is insane. Like it's been 10 years since I've seen my own skin, you know. It's amazing the tedious work that goes into the makeup side of things. I had the pleasure of meeting my son for the first time a few days ago. His name's Camille. He's from Louisiana, actually.
People say I look just like him. I don't see it. You know, he really needs to start hitting the weights more, you know? You gotta start hitting the weights a little bit more. You know?
I heard. What are you, 6?
What are you, 82?
7? Yeah, I'm 82.
I just did.
I love the kid. Come here, cutie pie.
It's really interesting to me to see our WWE superstars come out of their comfortable environment where they are on Raw or on SmackDown or any of our programs and come into a very different world. Once we could calm him down and realize he belonged here and he does have the ability to do this, he got better and better and started to build his confidence.
Really good, Randy. Really good.
He really has a tremendous amount of potential.
It was so good. I just decided to keep going. And
This is my first movie, and I mean, if there's anything I could take from this experience with me, would be, you know, I've done it. You know, if this is the last movie I'm ever in, then, well, at least I've done it. How many people can walk around and say that they had a couple scenes in a movie that starred Ed Harris and Amy Madigan? This is just one of the lucky opportunities that I get to have being a WWE superstar. I want to be in movies. If it's something that I end up being good at, having a knack for, then I'm all for it.
He's earnest in wanting to do this, so why not?